And so the silly season is upon us, and no, it is not Christmas. It is the American Political Machine 2020 has just been released, and I'm very much looking forward to this because, of course, American politics seems to be even more ridiculous than it was 8 or so years ago, which I think is the last time I played the Political Machine. But let's go ahead. I'm either going to be, of course, good old Bernie or Trump. I'm definitely tempted to play Trump because I'm sure there's going to be many a Trumpism here. So we can play on, well, our difficulties here. I'm going to go ahead and play. Let's just check out Cakewalk. A baby could become president in this mode. They shouldn't, but they could. Or we can be a hawk or a masochist. Warning, you will lose. There will be tears. You've been warned. But I'll go ahead and just play tough because I think on the masochistic level will probably be guaranteed to lose. And of course, let's go with the Conservative Party of personal freedoms and a free market. But of course, let's go ahead and ban vapes as well. Let's go ahead and see who we can choose. We can go Donald Trump. We can be George W. Bush. A bit like Putin. We can be or Xi Jinping. These days, President forever. We can be Giant Meteor, which probably has even more charisma than George W. Bush. Or I guess I should say Mike Pence, who's definitely not the most entertaining character. Or Mitt Romney. Okay, interesting. I do like the caricatures. Oh, and they also follow my mouse, not my mouth. But of course, I think how can he go past Donald Trump? And yes, his stamina definitely is hyper. Charisma warm. Not quite sure if I would call him warm, but intelligence sharp. They missed out on some big brain or some 4D chess there. Media biased loathed, which I'm assuming is a new little tidwink in the game. New little thing. We've got experience as an outsider. Minority appeal has some. And starting money tycoon. Of course, money's not really going to be a problem in the Republican Party. Unless you're Mike Pence. Interesting. He's indifferent to the media. Okay. There's not too much to choose from. I'm not really quite sure what's coming out with this game, to be honest. It's been a bit of a surprise. But we can also be a multi-billionaire businessman turned president. Trump has attracted disaffected voters with his vow to make America great again. His controversial rhetoric and combative tweeting, however, have turned him into a media pariah. Can he overcome the growing threats of impeachment and ride a strong economy to another victory? I guess they haven't really updated this. So we can choose our opponent who... Oh, we've got Andrew Yang. They've definitely gone all out on the Democrats though, haven't they? We've got Bernie, Catherine Cortez, Elizabeth Warren. Surprised she's still around. Maybe she'll pull out in a day or two. We've got former President Joe Biden. Vice President, sorry. We can be Massive Comet. I'm not quite sure where they're going with this. Is there something that I missed in American politics? We've got Michael Bloomberg. Geez, if only I could spend $800 million as quickly as he did and not get anything for it. We got Pete Buttigieg. Personally, I love the people that loved Pete and then they realized that he was gay and then that completely turned him off him. Or we can beat Tulsi Gabbard, who, of course, Hillary Clinton, who I'm surprised isn't here, says is a Russian asset, I guess. But of course, I'm either going to be Bernie or Joe as my opponents. You know what? I think I'm going to go Joe because I think this is the way it's going to go. So let's just go for, I guess, reality. We've got democratic socialism. Okay. Yang singularity is his ideology. Let's see. Does that give us any bonuses or anything? Doesn't really say, but Elizabeth Warren, giant meteorism. All right. I'm going to go with Joe Biden, with Biden liberalism. Okay. Trump vs. Biden in presidential election thriller. The curtain has raised, the bell has been rung, the gloves are off, and our two candidates, Donald Trump and Joe Biden, are coming out of their corners. Hailing from New York, Trump leads the Republican ticket against Democrat Delaware native Biden. The two have a long road ahead of them, 21 weeks of campaigning, advertising, and traveling throughout the country, trying their best to prove their worth as the next president of the United States of America. Well, of course, Trump's not going to be the next one. He already is the greatest that has ever been. Which one will emerge victorious? Only time will tell. Select a candidate and then right click on a state to move there. Alright, well, we can't really choose running mates, it doesn't seem like. So here we are in our home state of New York. We're starting off on 4 million. Jeez, it's been so long since I've played this, so I'll probably be a little bit rusty. I think it's been about 8 years. I don't think I played the one that came out 4 years ago because I was probably being lazy, not recording videos. Alright, so let's go ahead and, you know what? I'm assuming, so this is how many electoral college votes each state has. Maybe we should check out the polls. Oh, we got the coronavirus in here. Jeez, that was unexpected. All right. So it seems like people really want to stop the coronavirus. That's an interesting play on things. Definitely adds a different spice. Surprised at Joe Biden. Okay, well that's popular vote. Okay, so we are coming from behind. Looks like we are going to be struggling at least for a little bit. I remember how I turned Texas Democratic. Alright, but I don't think that's really going to happen here. I wouldn't mind changing California to Republican. Doesn't seem like any of these. I think the color depth, like it becomes super blue the more Democratic it gets, and super red the more conservative or Republican it gets. So seems like everything's fairly even. I'm definitely going to have to focus on Texas and Florida. And I'd love to win California too. But definitely Midwest is pretty much all us. New Mexico and Colorado don't really offer us too much. Right, I definitely have to focus on California, I think. I thought Joe Biden, well, that's where he did start off in Delaware, right? He's already moved. That's his campaign headquarters, I think, in Illinois. Chicago, no doubt. All right. All right. So let's have a look at what we are supposed to be doing. We need to upgrade headquarters so we get more money. Upgrade or moderate enthusiasm bonus. And that's in New York. And New York, you know what? That's definitely a good state to win. It's got 29 electoral college votes. So what else can we upgrade? Sorry, maybe that's a better idea. We can give a speech. Okay, of course, our support for Israel, who don't seem to have a leader at the moment. Or at least nothing convincing. Definitely don't want to be giving speeches out just yet. Okay, we'll level up things like kind of research in other games, but something to do here. Seems like that's what that does. We can build out our ideology. Okay. We've got 3 ideology points, so maybe let's go ahead and put it in. Can I put it into something else? Oh, okay. So there's also punishments, I guess, if you select different things, because they'll, I guess, boost up voter enthusiasm for people that don't want to close the borders. Those heathens. Okay. Seems like this definitely is much more important to Republicans and independents. Let's go. Oh, okay, sorry. It costs 3 ideology points, but we have 0. That's what we've got. Righto. And then we've got, of course, our New York Fundraiser, which we can raise $4 million if we so choose. Can place an ad. Oh, what's this? Hire operatives. No. Okay. Let's go ahead and build out or upgrade our headquarters. That's a good start. What do these things do? These are our assets. Of course, Donald Trump is the greatest asset there ever has been and ever will be. And we also have stamina, which we need to consider. Now over here on the top left, we've got state polling. State enthusiasm. Okay, that's enthusiasm for us. Electoral college of votes. We definitely want to be focusing on Texas and Florida. Well, it seems like we'll be doing alright in Texas, of course. Usually falls red. Which is weird, because in America you guys have the conservatives as red. Which pretty much in every other nation, reds symbolizes, I guess, socialism and definitely people on the left side of the spectrum. Let's go ahead. Oh, what's this? Political strategy. Okay, so this is, I'm assuming, how likely we are to win, maybe? But what was the state polling? State polling was a little bit different, wasn't it? Polls. Electrical. What do I keep saying? Electrical. Alright, let's go back. And you know what? Let's hire an operative. Let's see what they do. A fixer. I like people that fix things. Let's maybe place. Maybe I'll place a fixer. Can I choose where I place him? Oh no, we bought one. Select the fixer, then right click an opposing operative to eliminate. Okay, so we can eliminate an operative. But let's just send him here, because why not? And then we can go ahead into the next move. Town halls. Promote your political ideology. Our town hall has appeared. Visit it to turn stamina into ideology points. Alright, that sounds good. So, looks like Biden's building stuff out. Interesting. Very, very interesting. A town hall in Hawaii with 4 electoral college votes doesn't seem to be too worth it. I'm not quite sure how much that'll affect our stamina either. So I think I'll leave it because, I mean, I'll just leave it. Alaska pretty much cancels it out. And we're pretty far behind as well. So I definitely don't want to be screwing around there. So is there any ways that we can actually see our stamina any easier? Here we go, like this. That's where it is. Right, and then we'll probably have to take some rest as well. And now ideology points. So how else do we build ideology points apart from town halls? Is there a way? 75,000 extra a week, large enthusiasm bonus, top 15 issues available. You know what? What's over here? Let's go over here. Traveling to this state will allow you to claim this political opportunity. Be careful, it could be either good or bad. Well, Trump says no to nobody or no thing. So I'm going to go ahead and... yeah, stop talking to me about it. Please. Joe Biden throws his full support behind addressing climate change. Definitely. Don't show me that. I know what it is. Okay, so maybe we should be addressing climate change a little bit more. New York seems to be, I guess, coming around. He's very close. He's very undecided, actually. Well, then again, a lot of these states still are. So we don't have too much to worry about that. North Carolina and South Carolina would be nice to win. Everything from the mid or the southeast coast would be nice, right? And then Wisconsin. Wisconsin's got the town hall this time around. What I'll do is I'll go to Florida. How do we fly to Florida? There we go. And now let's go give a talk. Or let's put an ad out, sorry. I support... well, there's a lot of Jews in Israel, aren't there? Well, I guess there's more in New York. But... I'm assuming this game's got some... oh, actually, gun control. Lowers your independent... no, lowers your republic... oh, okay, because it's gun control. Duh. Addressing climate change. Let's go give our support to Israel. I mean, no one can fault us for that. What's this thing? Okay, I guess that's our symbol for our ad. Republican Town Hall. Travel to this state to spend half of your stamina and get ideology points. Okay, so we have a certain amount of stamina each move, I guess. Okay. So now we have got 2 ideology points, which is interesting now that these have also actually risen the cost of this. Right, so we can't really do anything there. I wonder if I'm able to fly up over here and do anything with the Democratic Town Hall. I guess not. But what we are able to do is launch a fundraiser. Or, well, that's about it that I'm able to do. So I think, let's go raise some funds. Alright, let's hope that that did something. Anything, hopefully. Alright, so next turn. He's jumping around a fair bit. Hopefully we haven't dug ourselves in too deep with this difficulty. It's been quite a while since we've done this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is campaign headquarters. Okay, so I think we can place multiple campaign headquarters. So I think what I'm going to do is come up over here and then place a headquarters here. So I wouldn't mind winning these couple of states. And actually what I should have done in Florida is also place a campaign headquarters. And now, let's have a look. Let's not do anything here. We definitely don't really want to raise funds. But I would not mind. Let's see. Let's come up over here. Trump, you come up over to here. Hopefully it's a good... Oh, we get a celebrity endorsement. It turns out that a popular local celebrity is a big fan of Trump and has decided to publicly endorse him. Trump receives a 10% bonus to enthusiasm in South Dakota. Alright, that's quite a brave celebrity because these days I imagine Trump is pretty toxic to most people's brands. And let's go ahead and maybe... What else is there that I'm able to do? South Dakota really doesn't give us much, does it? No, sir, it does not. Okay. So are we able to like upgrade these headquarters out of the region? No, it doesn't seem like it. I'm surprised there's only 21 turns as well. Like, I mean, we've pretty much played a quarter of this. I guess it'll be a nice little let's play to get out of the bag because it'll go over pretty quickly. Oregon does have quite a few amounts of votes for, well, votes potentially. But I think it's a little bit too far for us. California's far gone. I think I really need to focus on Florida and these couple of like Georgia and the Carolinas. Maybe even Virginia. Because it does seem pretty close in Virginia too. Doesn't it? So we'll fly out over here. And can't do anything. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and rest up. So, Joe Biden throws his full support behind reducing the wealth gap, warning the cost of your ideologies is increased. So that's why that was increasing. Righto. So quick to succumb to the heat of battle, polls show Donald Trump has slipped behind Joe Biden in this first leg of the presidential race. Don't rule him out so quickly, one expert noted. With the Trump campaign just getting started, it's much too early to predict a winner. This optimism was ignored at the Biden camp, where staff members are thrilled with the early results. I think you should just throw in the towel, one of Biden's volunteers joked. I mean, once you have a lead like ours, it can be hard to catch up. Well, we'll see about that, my friend. We'll see. What I'm going to do is place that there. And let's go talk about something that'll help us. Gives you a large bonus. Okay. So Donald Trump, whatever he talks about seems... It doesn't change the large enthusiasm bonus. But it costs us 5 stamina. But that's alright. So, let's go ahead and definitely not get a national gun registry. A strong military. A strong military definitely does sound pretty good. Or stopping the coronavirus. Here we go. The coronavirus threatens millions of lives and jeopardizes delicate supply chains across the world, which could be a disaster for the country. Of course, we all know coronavirus is fake news. And let's go ahead and just appeal to the masses. Give a nice little speech. Oh, and look at that. Virginia, just like that, has turned red. Am I not just God tier level pro? Now, let's have a look at some of these other little things. Electoral college votes, yes. State wealth, okay. So maybe this is probably where we should be focusing our fundraisers on. Things like New York and Texas. And what's this? Our political strategy. Yeah, we definitely want to win these down here in Texas, I think. And then, I mean, I'd love New York too. Alright. Let's come. Let's say, what should we do? So we've got the newspaper coverage. Jeez, if only I could like zoom in and actually see a little bit better. Okay, I love the game's art style though. They've definitely improved upon it since the last version that I played. It's been quite a while ago. I can't believe this game came out and like it's just such a surprise. Came out of nowhere, literally. Oh, where the hell is Biden? He's in New Jersey. Okay, he's whatever, doing those lily pad lefty states. Whatever, we'll let him do what he needs to do there. Let's go to North Carolina. And oh man, I don't really have any ideology points, so there's nothing really going on here. So maybe we could hire some. Oh, do I really want to hire someone for that much money? Not really. Let's see what this operative does. So select the fixer, then right click. What about, can I just double click on him and find out what he does? Fixer. Oh, so that's if there's a problem. I really should have read this though, right? You'd think so. Raises your enthusiasm by 4 per week in a target state. Now that's something that I should have focused on early on. You know what? Let's get the cheerleader. Because I don't think there's really any upkeeps to a cheerleader. Let's just hope we don't grab her by the pussy and cause a stir. And I will move her to Florida. Okay. And I think we're pretty good. So let's just check out Florida a little bit closer. People definitely aren't very enthusiastic for us, but that'll change. So, Tucker Carlson tonight. You have been invited to appear in Tucker Carlson tonight. Oh, Joe Biden, he is fully supportive to taxing the rich. Alright, Joe, whatever, mate. You're still taking your dirty money from Bloomberg. So, this is a show with an audience that skews towards conservatives. The questions are not as difficult, but are more direct. Tucker will ask questions that working class voters are interested in learning more about. The trendy new fashion in LA, Antifa-themed restaurants, has a Hollywood elite finally gone too far? That's and more in Tucker Carlson tonight. Good old Tucker Carlson. Alright, the border with Mexico is an absolute chaos. Millions of illegals are already in the United States and more pouring all the time. What would you do as president? What would you, as president, do about it? The border, of course, the border patrol doesn't have it under control. We've been in for 4 years, of course, and we haven't done anything. I'd put the military on the border to stop it, reinforce border control, or it's not that big of a problem. I'd put the military. It's becoming dangerous, Tucker. We can see the violence caused by the drug cartels, and we're still fighting a war on terror with an unsecured border. It's time to put US troops down there. That would ensure security and stem the flow of illegal immigrants. Very nice, of course. I know how to appeal to an audience. A lot of Hollywood celebrities are just morons. And then what really gets me is how they try to shove their elitist agendas down the throats of regular folks. What do you think about this? I don't think they're doing their duty as Americans. I like some of them. Others will be put to death. Let them rant. Let's just say, no, they're definitely not doing their duty as Americans to criticize El Presidente. They annoy me. I wish these people would just shut up and sing, or act or dance or whatever. Just because someone is a good actor doesn't make them an authority on politics. I wish they actually put in some Trumpisms. It's not very Trumpian. That's about... Okay, really? 2 questions? That was a bit of a fluff piece. Voters more confident about Trump. Answers the tough questions from Tucker Carlson tonight. You got it. Alright. So, I think I probably should place... Maybe I should upgrade this HQ. There we go. Then I'm going to go over here. Trump, please. Thank you. It's good old Louisiana. Very nice. We got some ideology points. Nothing enough to do anything really here. But what I think I'm going to do is... Ah, man. So, let's see. What's this, like, projected current leader? Oh, God. Oh, God. What is this? This is a sight for sore eyes. Biden with Louisiana. I definitely don't think so. Oh, okay. Oh, right. I see what it is. Actually, this is very cool. So this is like your political strategy, of course. So you can actually see. Okay. If we win certain states, what'll happen? That's pretty cool. What if... Okay, so if they get Florida, but we get New York, we'll still win. What about, like, North Carolina? Okay. So I don't think we'll get New York. I don't think really we'll get Arizona. I don't think we'll really get New Mexico. New Mexico's only 5 points anyway. It's looking pretty likely, I think. Let's go back here. I mean, I need to get Missouri. Well, Illinois. Okay, it's definitely going to fall to the Democrats. So let's not change that too much. Okay. What I'm going to do is... what should I do? Let's put out an ad. Applies a weekly boost to your position on this issue. Voter position and importance on this issue. Your voter enthusiasm in this state and surrounding states. Okay, that's also nice to know. It also addresses other things. Geez, stopping the coronavirus is like cheat modes. Let's talk about... Let's go. Opponent. There we go. Here we can hijack him. So opponent supports. Opponent opposes. Stopping the coronavirus. That's a good one. That's what we are going to use in some of these other states. I think I'll just go I support. I'm not quite sure. What should I like? Should I actually lower my appeal to these guys? I don't know. Jeez, I'm surprised independents don't like universal healthcare. What is this? Let's go maybe actually... Oh, no. It's very like scissors, paper, rock though, isn't it? It's tough decisions that we got to do. Let's just go, I support... addressing climate change, I guess. I'm not quite sure what that'll do to our Republican. I guess that'll lower their enthusiasm, right? Right, and of course we need voter turnout. So I think what that means is if I do focus on something that the Republicans are very enthusiastic about, this should rise from 7.7%. Right? That just makes sense. Let's just get out of here, whatever. No, get out of here. We want this. Okay, so I support. I oppose. Is there something that... Here we go. I oppose universal healthcare. There we go. That should hopefully rise it from 7.7%. Unfortunately, we don't have enough stamina to go to Texas, but I wouldn't mind going to Texas. What's Biden doing? Getting things done in Washington. Well, of course, but no one beats getting things done in Washington as much as Donald Trump. So, what's this? This was... Oh, wow. Look at that enthusiasm rise up. That's crazy.